You want to talk about important things. You want to talk about mattering. You want to talk about really being serious. We are going to bring you the brackets for March Fatness. Next.
Amen, brother.
Next on The Score.
.com, Chicago Sports Station.
New Balance. Shoes made for running.
But worn by chubby white guys in their late 30s to early 40s.
Yeah! New Balance sneakers have advanced cushioning in the forefoot, because if you were running, you'd need that.
New Balance, because your feet literally won't fit into any other shoe.
All right, let's do this. The bottom of the hour is brought to you by Northwestern Football. Coach Fitz and the Wildcats host Nebraska and Maryland this fall at Ryan Field. Buy tickets now at nusports.com. Rick Camp and our own Jay Zawoski from their various locales. We are all together now as a foursome. Gentlemen, I cede the floor to you and your tournament.
Well, we appreciate it, and it's the third annual March Fatness. The two things already in the Onion Ring of Honor are pizza and bacon. So whatever wins this year, or whoever wins this year, will be the third entrant into the Onion Ring of Honor. So I guess just to set it up, the four regions that we have, Jay and I have a region. There's the Fatleets region, which is fat athletes, and the Bobby Jenks region.
Yes.
Which is just hilarious that Bobby Jenks agreed to be part of this foolishness. So, I guess to start, I'll start off with my region per se. The number one seed in the Rick Camp region is Andy Reid. He's had a hell of a year, and he takes on the 16 seed Food Challenges. The 8-9 matchup is going to be air fryers versus rolly chairs.
Ooh. Ooh.
The 5-12 is barbecue sauce taking on vending machines that accept credit card.
Okay.
The 4-13 is couches, which we're all getting very accustomed to at this point, against the 13 seed Hot Links.
I think you got a runner there in couches. I think you're right.
Tough matchup.
The 6 seed is Naps, taking on the 11 seed Oatmeal Cream Pies. The 3 seed Gold Bond, which is making its third appearance in the tournament, taking on the 14 seed Caramel. Then the 7 seed Insulin faces faces the 10 seed Athletic Shorts. And to wrap up the Rick Camp region, the number 2 seed Popeye's Chicken Sandwich faces the number 15 seed Back Scratchers. That is the Rick Camp region.
Let's break this down here, because I think if first of all, what you're allowed to do in your region and Jay in your region is sort of go anywhere you want, because Andy Reid would also count maybe as fat athlete, being a former athlete. So I think that you guys have the latitude to go into some different places here. Now, I think that 4 seed couch is dangerous.
Oh yeah, that's a runner. Everybody's getting couch time right now. That's absolutely going to be a runner.
It's a tough matchup though, up against Hot Links. There's no doubt about that. And naps are something that people have been really taking to lately, kind of daily when everyone's sort of quarantined here. But oatmeal cream pies is an 11 in any environment is a really tough matchup.
Right. It counts as breakfast food too because it's oatmeal.
Now, my question, though, and this is what I find a little bit curious. An air fryer is actually better for you than owning, like, an actual deep fryer. So I thought the idea, an air fryer might actually be counterintuitive for the I'm Fat podcast, because technically, if you're not deep frying something, it's better for you?
Sure, but the idea here has to be the air fryer itself allows you to fry more things, so the sheer quantity of the fried food, I think, outweighs what's going on here with the healthiness of the air fryer, right?
Got it.
Exactly. Yeah, and I looked to see how much it would cost to install an actual fryer into my kitchen, and it just wasn't cost effective.
And with that, that leads us into the Jay Zawoski region.
All right, my number one seed, one of my favorite things in the entire world. The reason I get up in the morning, burritos, up against the number 16 seed, New Balance shoes, which is an accessory for all fats, as we heard leading in. The number 8 seed, Mrs. Fields Cookie Cakes, my favorite birthday treat, takes on the 9 seed, Wendy's Frosties. Great value, delicious taste. They got the chocolate, they got the vanilla, they got the mix. You can't go wrong. The 5 seed, Autumn, takes on the 12 seed, Hostess Ho-Hos. The number 4 seed, Hibachi, parentheses, not from Arizona, up against the 12 seed, Shamrock Shakes. A dark horse in my region, the 6 seed, Buffalo Chicken Dip, up against Pizza Rolls at the 11 seed.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That is tough. Escalators draw the 3 seed. They're up against the 14 seed, DoorDash. My 7th seed, Corn Dogs, up against Breading, the 10 seed, just breading in general. And the 2 seed, Keebler Fudge Stripe Cookies, takes on the 15 seed, the aisle seat in the airplane.
My first thought is a 10 seed on breading. That's the team. That's the hot team you don't want to be playing right now, because they seem to be putting it all together right out of the conference tournaments. You don't want to run into breading as a 10.
Breading was missing their starting point guard for the first 12 games of the season because of some sort of academic issue, and he came back and he's a first-round draft pick or something. That's a hot squad.
I was surprised that Jay had the Mrs. Fields cookie cake, which we know is one of his favorite things in life, as an 8 seed in a possible second-round matchup against burritos?
Yeah, that's tough. That's going to be tough, but to me, burritos, they trump everything. I mean, that's my favorite thing in the world. Give me a burrito 7 days a week, every meal.
I'm a little surprised, to be honest, that both Wendy's Frosties and Shamrock Shakes have made it in this year. You would think that one of those would have just sort of won its own frozen shake item conference tournament and represented.
Yeah, that might have happened in Dayton as a part of the first 4.
Sure, a play-in.
Hey, Dan, I'm the fat guy. I'll have my bracket the way I want it to be. Thank you.
Hey, I'm not judging. I'm not arguing. So let's then get a look. Whichever one of you wants to go next. We still have Fatleets and the Bobby Jenks region.
Yeah, in the Fatleets region, we are 100% placating and realize what we're doing with the number 1 seed in that region. It is Bobby Jenks.
Of course it is.
Because he's a large man and he was willing to participate in March Fatness. So, screw it. He gets the 1 seed. He goes against the 16 seed, who's already been brought up on the show today, Big Baby Davis, who was fat and effective in college. He was fat and kind of effective as an NBA player, and now he's being fat, effective, and possibly infected in the Big 3. The 8 seed is Refrigerator Perry, and he takes on the number 9 seed, Dustin Bufflin.
Ooh,
yeah.
Bufflin could count for 2 teams at this point, could he not?
It's probably fair, especially in hockey terms. The 5 seed, a really one that we needed to bring back from last year, is Big Al Delia from the Little League World Series, the kid who says that he hits
just
dingers.
hit dingers. Yeah.
And he takes on the 12 seed, Eddie Curry. The 4 seed with a fresh negative test for COVID-19. Congratulations, Charles Barkley, on 2 accounts there. He takes on the 13 seed relief pitcher who only hits doubles, Matt Albers.
America's dad.
The 6th seed has also been brought up on the show today, Zion Williamson.
Now that's just mean.
No, this is the one time we might be able to actually get him in the bracket, so we're going to take advantage of it while we can, damn it. And he takes on the 11 seed Keith Traylor, who is still looking to hand the ball off to Jerry Azuma. The 3 seed is current day Keith Kachuk,
I haven't seen him. Is it really large?
Oh my God.
Very
yes,
large
you got to
person.
look up the All-Star Game skills competition. I thought he was going to collapse the scaffolding he was standing on.
What was his skill?
Being
He
fat.
was well, yeah, eating was the first skill, and he won that competition. The other one was shooting pucks from the seating area into the baskets on the ice. It was a pretty cool event.
Except for the fact that he thought all the pucks were biscuits and tried to eat them. The 14 seed taking on Keith Tkachuk is the Kung Fu Panda, Pablo Sandoval. The 7-10 matchup, this one felt a little odd because rest in peace, Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty, is the 7 seed, taking on the 10 seed, Oliver Miller. And I always feel bad for his Kings jersey. If you ever Google Oliver Miller, that Kings jersey struggled, and I don't know how it stayed in one piece.
Ooh, yeah, he's testing the tensile strength of that fabric. That is just, wow, that's ready to burst.
The 2
Wait,
seed,
you got another dead guy. You got 2 dead guys.
I mean, you know, it's going to be like that. We got to get to him, though, the other dead guy. This 2 seed is Bartolo Colon because he's a fixture in this tournament, and the 15 seed is currently dead Rod Beck.
Currently dead.
It's very interesting that you've got Jared Lorenzen, the Pillsbury throw boy, and Rod Beck in there. I mean, you might as well put President Taft on there at some point if we're doing like a retroactive list here.
I think he was in it last year, if I remember.
Yeah, he
right.
was in it last year. Yep. Yes, he was.
Wow, this is
it's straight chalk here in the Fat Leads, right? There's no reason Bobby Jenks can't run right through this and get a matchup with Bartolo Colon at the end of the bracket, right?
Rod Beck with the local ties could be a first-round upset. It wouldn't surprise me. He's fat in body and in spirit, which is important.
And lastly, that leads us in to the region that Bobby Jenks himself, the 1 seed of the Fat Leafs region, he supplied his own list. Let's get to it, shall we?
So I got to set this up a little bit. When Bobby was in studio with us a couple weeks ago, I approached him and said, is this something you'd be into? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I thought he was kind of being like, okay, just placating, whatever. Finally, right before Rick and I were about to go to record the episode, I just get a text with his bracket. And let me tell you, Bobby Jenks gets the bit and did a great job. So Bobby Jenks, number 1 seed, Sweatpants, up against the number 16, Air Conditioning / Fans. That's a dark horse. If a 16 can win this tournament, it could be Air Conditioning Fans. The 8 seed, Lazy Boy Chairs, up against Thanksgiving. Very tough matchup. Number 5. Slip-on Shoes, up against the 12 seed. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, supper, dinner, dessert.
Okay.
Wait, what, meals?
All the meals. I didn't know supper and dinner were separate meals, but I appreciate it, and now I've been celebrating it as a new practice in my life.
See, I thought dinner...
supper is what your grandma eats at like 4 p.m., right? And then dinner is what most people have around 5 or 6.
As long as each one comes
Dan,
with a burrito,
later.
I think it works for the tournament, right?
See, I like where your head's at. The 4 seed, all-you-can-eat buffets, take on the 13 seed, Thick Girls, thick with 3 C's, for the record. The number 6 seed, Drive-Thru, will face off against the number 11 seed, Pocket Sweat Rags. A fat accessory we all need and love. The 3 seed, Elevators.
No, your 3 seed is Escalators,
yes,
and his is
I know.
Elevators. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's good
We're
seating by the
like-minded fat
committee.
people. Nothing worse than seeing an escalator that's out of order. Oof. But his
No.
3
You
seed
know the Mitch Hedberg bit, right? He said,
No.
An escalator can never break. It can only become stairs. Escalator out of order. We apologize for the convenience.
Nightmare. All right, so his 3 seed, Elevators, is up against number 14, Supersized Anything. The 7 seed, Candy Bars, takes on the 10 seed, Motorized Shopping Carts. Can't get myself to get there yet. Someday I'll take the cart around the store. And the 2 seed, Anything Fried, takes on the 15 seed Big and Tall Stores. So Bobby Jenks absolutely nailing it. Perfect job.
You guys have outdone yourselves this year. Now, when does the voting actually start, and how do people vote?
It's going to start tomorrow. Kind of figure out a time on that, details. And in the past, we have done the voting on Twitter at I'mFatPod, so make sure you're following that, and we will continue to do it that way.
Wonderful stuff, guys. We have the Midday Midway coming